Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to the second game of the day, which is going to be Two-Faced against Our Bad. Once again, I'm your boy Velly, and I'm here with my man Stokes. First game of the day was pretty entertaining. The second match of the day, I feel like it's extremely even. This is going to be a shootout.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, especially from the likes of Two-Faced. I'm very interested to see how they're going to handle Our Bad.
Yeah.
Especially because both of them have been on the desk before, and obviously now there's VOD on them, so you can go back, review, see what's going on. Two-Faced, new people on that roster as well. They had a recent drop where they had now picked up creators. So, again, it's going to be interesting.
Yes, and speaking about the rosters, let's go ahead and jump right into them. All right, there's going to be Two-Faced. Going to have Execration, the support player, the glue that holds the team together. Dream, my man, Filthy is the GOAT. Chat, if you listen, put out GOAT because Filthy deserves it. Butters and also Creators, who was the latest pickup as well. So, I mean, this roster, we've seen these players before, and, you know, Filthy has been picked up on this team. He was picked up 2 weeks ago, and he has been an outright factor. I was told that his fragging makes such a difference on this roster. Like, he's an immediate impact player, and he's an X factor on this team. So, Two-Faced, they've upgraded. Let's see how they perform here on USN now.
Again, between these two teams, it's going to be interesting. Again, we're leaning on that word, but it's going to be interesting to see what map they go to. I don't think we're going to be going to Coastline. I don't really know. These guys could really go anywhere, but here's Our Bad's roster, former pros on it as well. Carnage, Tuffy, Glitch, Callie, and the one that everyone knows, Beastly.
I like Beastly a lot.
Beastly's great, man.
He's so fun to watch.
He's been performing extremely well with Our Bad, so very happy to see it, man. Very happy.
Yeah, so, hey, we have two X-players going against each other. I'm going to say it's Beastly and Filthy. We're going to get one hell of a game, and, yeah, it's going to be off the chain. What are you pointing at?
Filthy's not an X-Pro player.
No, I said X-Factors.
Oh,
yeah.
God bless.
I mean, he might as well be.
You gave me a heart attack for a second.
That's a bad man.
You gave me a heart attack for a second. I apologize.
Listen, I learned my siege.
Okay.
I know my stuff.
Okay.
Chat, y'all see that, right? He tried to... No, I'm playing.
I was making sure that you were okay. I was just trying not to... Look, I usually get set on fire. I don't know what the map is, chat. I don't know. So they're going to show us right now. Okay.
Cafe. Okay. So if you put it in my head, I can't say the last part of Cafe.
Dostoyevsky.
Dostoyevsky. So we're going to Cafe, y'all. And
Dostoyevsky. Something.
This is my first time casting this game. How did Blue fare? Because Blue and I, before I left, Blue and I, we looked at each other and we were like, yo, we need to study Cafe a lot. I've watched a few VOD, a lot of games, but I've been so busy, I haven't dug deep into the map yet. I'm excited.
Again, it's... Cafe, there's been a lot of adjustments to it. The adjustments are good. I think the map's fantastic. Honestly, it's the most fun map for me to watch right now because it's
so dynamic. Yeah.
And it's great. Especially like the first floor is literally like they replaced the entire first floor. Like the first floor is not even a remnant of what it was.
I love Cafe.
It should be extremely interesting. I enjoy the map, especially with these two new teams. We're going to have to see what they bring to the table, man.
They're bringing that heat.
Yeah.
I feel it already.
Yeah. I mean, we already saw it last week with the likes of Rogue.
Yeah.
With the likes of Dark Zero. And made for an overtime match point game.
Oh.
So it came down to a Monsang play, dude.
All right. That's what I love to see. That's why I love Siege. But for those of you at home, if you went ahead and went on Twitter, you would have saw a poll. And if you saw the poll, you would have voted. And it's pretty close, 48% to 52% for Our Bad. They're going to be on top. I mean, with the roster, I mean, like I said, this is going to be such a close game. This is probably going to be one of the best matchups that I'm going to cast on USN up to date because both teams, to me, they're on the same level. So me personally, I can't predict who's going to come out on top. But ladies and gentlemen, the second game of the day, Two-Faced and Our Bad facing off on Cafe. How do you say it?
Dostoyevsky.
Dostoyevsky.
Thank gosh for our Polish crew over here in Katowice for telling us how to say this word correctly.
And they pronounced it.
That's why everyone just calls it Cafe, because if you say the last word, you're just going to pronounce it wrong. But I can't tell you what I can pronounce. Capital. I can pronounce that. Okay. Capital is going to be banned out. Not going to have any of him tonight. Those asphyxiating bolts as well as those smoke bolts extremely effective against Mira. So more than likely, Our Bad wants that on the field. Going to remove Capital for just the amount of presence that he has when he is on the field.
Yo, ever since that buff, he's been such a presence on every.
He's dangerous, man. He's a dangerous man. You can't trust anybody with one eye.
Yeah. No man is gonna get banned. Why? she's annoying. So with the rework on this map, I mean, like those air jabs are gonna knock you on your butt 12 out of 10 times because there's a lot of more corridors and rooms that you're gonna have to go through now. And if you're a roamer, then good luck. But with her out of the game now, it's gonna free up a lot of that versatile gameplay. And of course, Mira's gonna be taken off of the map as well.
Smart man.
Extremely smart.
She's incredible on this map.
She's incredible on every map.
I've got to give that one to you as well. There's
I'm
no,
smart.
there's
I
no
know
argument to be
Rainbow
had.
Six stuff.
Oh, okay. And Echo going to be banned out last. Those yokai drones, again, extremely dangerous. Not a lot of teams want to mess with them, especially because as of recent, for some reason, his drones are extremely invisible as to what they were before. Not like almost to like the point where you can't see them at all. It's actually incredible. But
the coolest thing to me are the counters on this game. And recently there was a patch, I would say a month ago, to where more counters has been added to Maestro. So Maestro is easier. He's easier. His utility is easier to get rid of because you have Twitch, Thermite, Ash, Zofia. But for Echo, you just have IQ.
Look, Maestro, I would say Maestro's got some extra counters, but when it comes down to, lead,
his gun is
the king.
His gun is phenomenal.
He's the king, and I will preach that till the very nth until that man is at the bottom of the barrel of ops inside of this game.
Milosh's gun on this game is second.
Oh my god!
Shout out to Milosh, man. Shout out to all the casters in Siege, by the way. I love you guys. But, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, round number 1, the preparation phase. Let's see what Two-Face has under their sleeve. We also have Gridlock in play. I love that woman. The strategy used with her is definitely thick. There's a lot you can do, and those track stingers, they come in big whenever it comes to jumping into a site and creating all types of denial.
Yeah, she lays those tracks down pretty thick, huh?
Yeah. Puts it out there. I like her, man.
Dude, she's fantastic, and actually I've had quite a few conversations with pros, former pro steel players, everyone else having conversations about it because a lot of the time, the times before she was released into Pro League, not a lot of people would think that she was going to perform too well. But again, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt because when they talk about it in the public eye, they really don't want to be like, yeah, we're going to use Gridlock all the time. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty bad for strategy.
It is.
So, slow things down a little bit, but we're going to see Two-Face adapt her into the strategy right now. Those tracks so good at shutting down staircases, and Kafe pretty much runs off of those staircases. This is why we had the rework initially, because it was very, very hard to attack because, again, it's just the roamers get to run free on this map, and we'll have to see if Arbad can possibly solicit that. But Two-Face also going to adapt to the Jackal as well, which we saw a little bit earlier, and Jackal extremely dangerous because he practically gives the offense free coordination. You already know where one person is, and they can't move freely for 25 seconds.
Yeah, we speak a lot about the roamers, but let's give the anchors some love as well. Yeah, Maestro and Smoke going to be on the board. You're going to have Post in play as well. He's going to be valuable for all types of intel coming in from his cardiac scanners. Also, Legion is a pest. Those goo mines, he gets up to what, 12, 8? Sam.
Oh, he gets to 8. I'm sorry, I was watching.
He gets 8 goo mines.
8 goo mines. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Smokes is so glued to the screen right now. He's so excited. His leg is shaking. But yeah,
looking over reinforcements, man. I'm sorry.
But our Baz operator selection is pretty good. But with a few breaches happening right now, we're going to see a lot of action coming in soon as you see Callie battling the drone. He's able to finally shoot it out, and Carnage has been
This is Jackal. Carnage is going to win it out. No, he's going to take quite a bit of damage, but Filthy's going to trade immediately back, waiting for a rotation, but they already have someone rotating down white as well, as Callie is actually answering the call underneath of new drop. Everyone else is poised to try and help out their remaining members. Tuffy has not been marked. It is still going to be on the legs of Carnage. So Carnage rotating out. Callie's playing new drop. They're pretty much safe everywhere. This is a good blanket strat that they have going on right now, and Two-Face really doesn't have an answer for it. Butters has already fallen as well, so no Zofia to try and answer anything on white stairs with concussion mines. Carnage now with the cardiac sensor will be able to read a couple things out, but Execration will find their first initial frag. Glitch to frag back, though. That's going to be the EMPs off as well. So Filthy finally equalizing here. Finally finds Carnage downstairs, and we're at a sub-minute.
Carnage was saved by an angel, and he went ahead and peeked the room knowing that the gunfight was going to be there. Yes, he was a little late at pulling the trigger, and the second time around, it was the same case. He's going to be out of the game. But Two-Face, they're going to have 2 players down with Thatcher and Zofia. So it's a lot of slang and good utility that's going to be out of play. But now pushing down to 30 seconds left in the game, the out of 5.56 with 75 shots in it. That's going to start ringing out in a little bit. The ping coming in here or there. Our bad. They know exactly where Two-Face are, and Glitch is able to get the headshot on Filthy, taking the goat out. And pre-firing a little bit more, he's unable to land any more shots. And Tuffy's going to move in. He's going to be able to kill the diffuser and getting the double kill. Dream is a victim of a headshot. And our bad. He's going to be on top round number 1.
Very good hold by Arbad, able to shut down the roam clear of Two-Faced. And overall, incredible, really. I mean, again, it's... There's definitely other things you can do on this map. We've seen definitely more complex things happen with holding down Freezer and everything else of the sort. But Arbad, simplistic, sometimes works, and that's exactly what's going to happen for them. I mean, very subtle roam game downstairs, no real utility to help out the Pulse of Carnage, but all he needs is that cardiac sensor, as well as someone that can rotate down yellow, and that's exactly what they had. They had the Legion of Tuffy playing on yellow, able to rotate down and help Carnage out at any moment in time. And ended up bagging them quite a few kills, as well as shutting down that mid-floor clear and put Two-Faced in a pretty bad situation over near Christmas.
You talk about a simple approach, and I'm always a believer of, less being, more in regards to strategy. Our bad, they played that extremely well, and their patience is really what paid off in the end. But it was pretty scary as Carnage, he moved in with Pulse, and, with Pulse, you don't want to die early or fast, and he challenged the fight more than once and fell off fast. I thought the round was going to go to Two-Faced, but the rest of the teammates, he definitely came in big, especially my man Tuffy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very good round by both of them, but here's that they are going to be roaming upstairs once again here. Trying to keep that pressure on most of the map, not giving Two-Faced an inch. Quite a bit of utility dedicated upstairs as well, and you really need that as well. They are going to be going to the newer site on Kafe, which is going to be the mid-floor, but it's not train this time. It's going to be reading as well as dining, which is a little bit newer, and we've seen it ran quite a few times now, and it's usually set up exactly like this. You want to keep 2 to 3 people upstairs, try and shut down any verticality that Two-Faced can possibly provide. They don't have too much of it, actually. They have Butters on the Zofia, and they have Filthy with a secondary shotgun, but nobody else is really going to be able to help out unless, they want to do something crazy like exothermic charge to the floor, which is not going to happen.
Yeah. With Tuffy roaming around this Legion, his role is going to be pretty important, but also he's going to have a counter on the other end. So you run around and toss out those goo mines. Filthy is going to be the intel operator on attack. He's going to be able to see those footsteps and call out exactly where you are. With a few shots coming in from Gridlock, that secondary pump shotty, he's going to be able to do a little rearrangement, knocking down a little bit of that wall to make sure she gets a little peephole. And back
How dare I forget about that super shotty, by the way. I apologize, guys.
Oh, no, you're fine.
That super shotty of Gridlock's truly insane.
She has everything you need. You have the LMG, you have the super shotty, you get the 2 smoke grenades, and also the track stingers. Everything in her arsenal is absolutely vital to winning a round, as long as she stays alive and towards the late game.
I really think that the Outback season was literally just, hey, we're going to give you a ton of utility, because Mozzie as well as Gridlock are truly incredible for the amount of utility that they bring to the table. We will have our initial Jackal track come out. It's going to be on a Pulse once again. It's going to be BC downstairs on the train as Callie's moving up. Nobody's watching from Skylight either. He could claim a few bodies here. Still nobody putting pressure. This could be a free frag as he's rotating up. Has barbed wire in his way, so he can't motion just yet, just in case he alerts the people on the other side. He wants to be the predator, not the prey. Challenges, but he whiffs wide. It's Filthy. Glitch trade back and forth. Glitch with 3 as he shuts him down. Filthy, quite a bit of damage done to him, as well as Dream trying to pick up the pieces, but it seems that it's going to be all Arbad's way, and that's exactly what it will be as they close out round 2, and that'll be their second round already.
That man Glitch went absolutely off. I saw Filthy get, 2 kills in a row, and I was like, okay, Two-Faced, you're coming back to tie things up. Next thing you know, Glitch just went absolutely off, getting a 3K, and that was great defensive patience coming from our bad. We saw everybody grouping up towards Cigar, and just the patience shown from the Legion player. I forgot who it was. Tuffy. The patience coming from Tuffy was big. Yes, he wasn't able to get the kill, but the fact that he showed himself, he exposed himself to Two-Faced, and they were like, okay, there's a guy behind bar. Their attention went there, and what happened? Player wrapped around, got the 3K, and our bad, they're now up 2-0.
Two-Faced is moving too slow compared to what Arbat is trying to do. They're fighting for all of the map control that they possibly can, and Arbat is meeting it, and Two-Faced really isn't showing too much on their side. It's very slow moving. Arbat is able to make adjustments. I mean, even with like Cali getting aggressive, granted Cali, I hate to call him out on it, but he did whiff quite a few shots. You have to hit those, man. You have to hit those, but Glitch was definitely hitting the mark. I can tell you that much. And it's like what I told you earlier. When it comes down to the price of lead, there's nobody better in the game. There just isn't. So Two-Faced just has to try and find an answer, whether it be try and go to other pastures, try and focus on one area of the map at the time with the whole team, execute on that, gain map control, then go down your list instead of just, hey, we're kind of doing this, but we're also kind of doing that. Like, guys, again, look at that last round. They had a couple people upstairs in new drop as well as Cigar, but they didn't have too much pressure. They weren't even trying to really put pressure on White. They were kind of spread out upstairs. Then you have Glitch all of a sudden just mow down 3 people. Filthy tries to frag back, but immediately gets answered out, and they just fall apart overall because, once again, they're moving very slow, and Arbat is able to adjust to that. That's not what you want.
With the side being in kitchen, Arbat, they're trying to keep that heat up. They're not trying to cool down yet at all. And with the human drone coming in from Execration, he's able to ping out a player or two, and he's going to be the human indestructible drone as long as he stays facing the opposition. So now coming down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds right now. We're going to see what Two-Faced has, and I'm wondering what Carnage has. Is, he should he's holding the gun kind of gangster. It's just, that's how we.
Okay. he's got that. And
he just learned how to hold a gun. But Two-Faced is still on attack. Look, Butters. Butters and Filthy. Filthy gets a headshot. Butters is a victim of one as well. It's going to be an instant trade-off in kills. Arbat and Two-Faced now down 1 player apiece. It's Tuffy. He's going to go ahead and challenge this fight in the doorway. Not able to do anything yet as Cali rotates around Montaigne, and he turns around, gets the headshot on Execration. But the player will repel upside down. He's going to move away. He's going to back up from the doorway, and that's going to be it. Glitch is going to find him on his retreat, and Arbat, 3 rounds in a row on top. That was nice.
What I tell you about, look, you can't commit to something halfway, all right? Take one piece of the map at a time when this kind of stuff's happening. Again, you guys aren't winning your gunfights. You're not winning the trade game. Nothing's really going your way. Slow it down a little bit. Focus on one piece of the map at a time. I know that earlier on I obviously said they're moving pretty slow, and they are. That time they tried to pick up pace. But again, trades didn't go in their way. They couldn't really claim any map control. I mean, they got VIP, but VIP really means nothing at the end of the day, especially for Kitchen. You can allow that. That entire kitchen side is fantastic for anchors to hold. There's a million ACOG angles you can possibly hold inside of that site. So you really don't have to worry about that too much. Unless they have hard destruction they want to try and get a freezer with or something along those lines. Their main priority was that front office, and that's more than likely what they were trying to shut down the area in bar was, so they would have presence inside of Red Hall, push up, try and kill the smoke that was sitting inside of New North windows, but it just didn't work out for them. Prioritize one thing, especially with Monty. You have Monty walking into bakery by himself. I know you have a man on upside down rappel. I get it.
Cali,
come on, man.
Cali exposed him. Cali he couldn't have played that better. He made sure he had his gun fixated on Montaigne. Once he was able to crouch walk past Montaigne, he knew exactly where the upside down rappel player was, offering a few shots, barely missing a headshot. He flicked around, took out Monty. The player on rappel, who was Thermite, he backed up. Glitch cleans up that kill afterwards. Perfect execution, perfect call-outs, perfect gameplay with a perfect score.
Yeah, it's like what you said, though. Cali, again, after that last round where those shots were a little bit whiffed, able to play Monty like a fiddle, man. I mean, that's how you have to play up against a Monty. You have to keep him in the back of your mind, recognize out if you hear that shield slide, you immediately snap to that man, because that's how you die. He snapped to him. Right when he heard that shield slide, he's like, that's a dead Monty. We'll see you later. Good night, my friend. Good night.
The angle he got him from was just, it was stupid, man. Great gameplay coming from him. But Two-Faced, down 3, they're trying to get their first win right now as Butters starts the game off with a headshot on Beastly.
Did he get him through
Smoke is out the game.
Did he get him through the ACOG angle? Where is Smoke's body? Find this, man. Oh, yeah, he's over on the new balk. He's over on new balk. He's got to be. I'm going to assume.
Marcy's trying so hard to find him.
Marcy, look over on new balcony where the camera is by Glitch, I believe. as we're already having more frags come out from Two-Face.
No, forget it. We'll find him later.
We'll find him later. We'll find him later. He's already on the way to the morgue. He's taking a dirt nap. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We already have 2 frags down though. For our bad is they have to try and pick up the pieces here. This is going to be the first time that they've been down this entire time. Two-Face finally in the lead on man count, but you have to do something with it. They still have plenty of utility to try and handle these situations. They got Legion with Tuffy. They still have a Nitro Cell in the likes of Carnage, and they got the man that we were talking about before that was able to pick up 3 kills so quickly, the likes of Glitch.
All right, Glitch. Flirting with danger. Looked right at an open window. There's plenty of repel, but he's a little bit too far up as your track singers currently start to come out towards a Maestro player. Our bad being down 3 to 5, it seems like a big deal, but the utility and the operators that they're currently using can actually lift the favor for them if they play their cards right. So Two-Face looking to win around perfect. You hear the barbed wire currently being hit. We're now hitting 1 minute and 10 seconds, but moving kind of slow. Let's see what they have planned.
Oh, Filthy, you need that pressure on White, man. You need that. If Tuffy's able to stay there, he can shut down any of these White takes possible. This Goonmine's going to help him out quite a bit as well, as he's literally lacing the entire path with it. But Butters to shut down Glitch. That's a massive pick. No more Alda. Tuffy's going to get aggressive. He finds one, but he challenges. It's going to be Filthy to answer the call. It's all left up to Carnage as he finds one. Only 3 left to 5. Diffuser's going down. Does have that Nitro Cell. He's stepping on some tracks, though, as we're rotating up White. It's going to be a quick kill, and it's Filthy to finally find the first round for Two-Faced.
None other than my man Filthy going ahead and closing up the round, giving Two-Face the first win of the day. So currently down 1-3 against our bad. Yeah, it was a pretty bad round, but you're going to have to fault that to the smoke going down absolutely early. When it comes to holding down that site, you do not want one of your 2 best anchors to go ahead and go down. Beastly as in Beastly was supposed to stay alive into the late game. Those toxic babes are absolutely vital. Holding down 45 seconds at a time of just plant denial and, stalling out a push from a certain doorway. So let's see if our bad are going to learn their lesson. I'm still wondering where Beastie got shot from. That was crazy. But Valkyrie's going to be in play. It was switched out by Carnage. Getting away from Bandit, so that's going to be a lot of intel and slaying coming on the side from our bad. And let's see if he utilizes her the right way.
Here's the thing. This gets said a lot inside of sports and stuff, but there's a point in time where you feel too comfortable. You know what I mean? And that's what that last round was. They were feeling a little bit too comfortable. Let loose just a little bit. You always got to play like it's 0-0. You always do. You always got to play like you're still trying to gun for that lead, because the minute you take your foot off the gas pedal is when they start trying to battle back. And Two-Face finds their first round off of that. Just not disrespect, but our bad, again, just getting a little bit too comfortable. Going, hey, we got a 3-0 lead. Yeah. It's whatever. Don't worry about it. And Two-Face to capitalize off of that. And they were actually really taking their time as well, drawing out most of everything, even with Filthy. Like, Filthy could have just openly peeked the guy on White. He knows more than likely Tuffy's going to be there just by process of elimination. Somebody has to be there to hold down White corridor. So he checks it with a drone real quick, decides to go to other pastures, ends up working out for him in the end, though.
Yeah, if they happen to take that round loosely, I hope that they don't do that again, because Siege is a game of comebacks. We've seen it happen all the time. So hopefully our bad have that fire lit under him and they don't lax anymore after that. A little bit of drone play coming in from Filthy. 6 kills on top of his team right now. He's doing all he can to help him out. Once again, it is a team game, and hey, those kills, yet they're a lot. We're going to need a lot more efficient quality ones coming in from the roster as a whole. So a little bit of secondary drone phase happening currently as Two-Faced are checking every single nook and cranny before they go ahead and make a push on the site. But Dream on the Cafe rooftop, he's not able to get a pick yet. We see a little bit of gunfire coming in, and Glitch isn't phased by it at all.
Yeah, Carnage is getting aggressive as well with that Nitro Cell. Could throw that to the skylight and try and go fishing for a kill, but chooses not to. Going to hold down Freezer instead, which is honestly the linchpin of this entire site. It's the entire backbone of this area. If you don't hold down Freezer, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Practically the center of the upstairs, and lots of walls you really can't break, especially inside of the freezer. Cali going to get aggressive under Red and catch somebody slipping on Red stairs. It's going to be execration. He was trying to drone, but gets immediately punished. And Cali's actually going to be able to slip away, as well as Carnage also answers. And yet again, does he hit it the flick? No, the MPX just not finding the frag that was needed. Dream's going to take quite a bit of damage, though. That 3 armor definitely showing exactly how well that armor suits him. Tuffy gets aggressive as well, as once again, Arbad has had time to adjust. Basically, to answer that, it's all left up to Dream as well as Butters, but now it's Butters as he hops down New Hatch. Free Fire is coming through, but still has 3 to find. Has the ACOG with him as well, so he can challenge these long angles in pretty good fashion. But Smoke Legion, Maestro, more than likely not going to have a good time. Does still have the concussions on his side as well that he can possibly use. Pixel Angle, though, being adopted by our bad as they're holding down really every pathway that the man could possibly want. Tuffy going to challenge White here. This is more than likely going to be the answer. We've seen him hit quite a few shots already today as going to challenge with the barbed wire, but Tuffy's actually going to play the soft angle instead. Man motions through bathroom, but are still not able to find too much. And there we go.
There it goes. A little bit of pre-fire while Lane walking around the corner. That's all it took. Now it's a recipe for success. Tuffy able to put one on the board, and our bad winning yet another round.
I respect it. I respect the slow play there by our bad, especially in the 1 versus 3. You don't want to give the man the kill.
No.
Hell no. I'm not challenging that.
You have a minute left. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, plenty of time left. That's where you're just like, play time, play time, play time. Like, he's got to push us. He's got to come to us. It doesn't matter. It's a free kill at the end of the day for somebody. Just, he's got to push somewhere. Might as well play it slow.
So when we were at Allied, it was Lottie and Rain Day. They were saying, hey, it's a 1v3. Why don't they all push at once? I'm like, no. Siege isn't like other games at all.
No.
Like, there's people out there named Laxing and Cantor. They come out of the woodworks and, they're able to clutch those situations because of the low TTK required to take out these characters. So in that type of situation, play it slow. No need to rush. You have the numbers on your end. Why get greedy? Why get fancy? Play the game the right way, and you will be rewarded for it. So our bad currently up 4-1. Two-Face. They lost 2 players fast. They were down too early. They were unable to come back. And, Butters didn't have anything on his side. And take a look at the stats once again. It's pointless to even look at Two-Face stats right now. But on the other end, Tuffy, Cali, Glitch, going off. Glitch is so good as a support player. Definitely an anchor on site.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about this before. It's the backbone of side that's really needed when it gets down to those situations, and he's been able to answer the call. We did see Two-Face get extremely aggressive on round number 2, and he was able to shut that down quickly with that triple kill. Especially with the Alda, you have to have somebody that's not afraid to peek and take those gunfights. It's something that's needed, especially when you have the best weaponry that's on defense.
It's just about the same strategy used once again with the same setup on the same site. Our bad, they haven't felt the need to change anything up at all. But why? Nah, everything is currently working. So hey, don't fix it if it ain't broken. Shooting down a little barricaded window. Filthy is trying to look his way in. Hopefully uses Inox.
Oh no.
Goggles to detect footsteps, and already
that's huge.
2 straight kills.
That is
between both teams.
Thatcher's gonna go down.
Yeah, Post and Thatcher.
And no Nitro Cell underneath anymore, which is something that Kafe is more or less ruled by, is Nitro Cell play and trying to kill anybody that's sitting still. So going to take that away with the likes of Beastly falling. But EMP's arguably more important. But oh no, Glitch, not this time again. Butters takes down Glitch. That's going to be the Maestro upstairs, so don't have to worry about the Alda on site that shut them down the last time. But again, the last time that Two-Face was in this position, they were able to handle it pretty well. Cali, Carnage, Tuffy still alive for our bad. Two-Face barreling down on site now as Filthy recognizes out exactly where Tuffy's going to play. He's been playing White the entire time, reads it out like a book. Quick adjustment here, and Filthy will actually be able to find Carnage as well. Hell of a shot. It's going to be all left up to Cali now in a 1 versus 4. Nobody's clutched up just yet in a 1vx situation. We'll see if we'll be the first. No, it's going to be Filthy again, and again this round as he's going to close it out with the triple.
Hey, 2-4 is better than 1-5. Two-Face is going to be able to pick up yet another round before we go straight into halftime, which means that both teams are currently going to flip sides right there. And we're going to see our bad on attack this time and see how Two-Face fares on defense. Attack didn't work out in their favor, and hopefully the defensive side of things is, hey, their bread and butter. Speaking of butter, we're going to see him on Jaegers. Roam play should come in handy for Two-Faces. They're going to go to Bar and Cocktail Lounge. But Filthy's going to be on Mozzie. Filthy loves these intel ops. He loves them. Jackal, Post, Mozzie.
So much utility at your disposal.
Yeah. And he's a dynamic player, so it all works out in his favor. But Creators is going to be on Legion. His roam presence should be extremely heavy. Making sure he watches probably one of the stairways and becomes a factor for this roster as they fight to come back.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Not too far off from the comeback, as you said, and they're on defense on Kafe now. It's pretty hard to get things going on the offensive side of this map. Last week it wasn't, though, but this time it definitely is. We're back to how things usually go on Kafe, and offense is a pretty difficult thing. But oh no, Creators, it's your debut, man. 0-6. That's That's not how you want to start things off. Dude.
No, I like creators.
Well, we'll have to see what he can do.
Creators, don't do this, man.
He's on defense now. He's on Legion. He'll at least get the assists. We know that.
Oh, he's gonna get an assist, hopefully. What if
I would hope so. If you're not getting assists,
what if everyone tiptoes around his Goomba? Yo, creators, I believe. I'm calling it now. Creators getting a 2K this round.
he's getting a 2K.
I believe in him.
You want to put charity on it?
Yeah, I put $20 on charity.
Okay.
He's gonna get 2K.
All right. I'm feeling it. I'm there with you.
Hey. I'm a up it.
No way you're gonna up me.
$10 a kill this round.
For creators?
Yeah, even if you kill his teammates.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't hear me say that.
No, I hope creators just like
he's gonna turn
nukes
around
his
and
entire
just
team.
one tap everybody.
I hope he nukes his entire team now. I really do. But Arbat has been looking pretty good, and their attacks usually are pretty well coordinated. So we'll see if they can keep with the same pace. But it's going to be two-phased on the favorable side now for Cafe as they're barreling down. Arbat wants to do upstairs again. Usual checklist for this side is going to be, all right, well, we have control of new drop, we have cigar. Now it's eyes set on Christmas. Focus on the wall of freezer, get that open, establish an angle long enough to hold down Cocktail or rotates from Cocktail, as well as the man that's more than likely going to be playing inside of the actual freezer instead of the freezer room. Makes it a little bit more difficult. Like we were talking about before, freezer is the entire backbone of this site. That's where you want to be able to hold down if you're on the defense. Christmas, that's going to be the main entry point for Arbat once again, but you don't really want to battle for it too much. There's so many windows and so many angles you have to worry about that the best thing you can do is possibly challenge Pixel or that bench that sits in the back corner.
Yeah, with Track Stingers currently being used as flanked now, we see the utility coming in used big from Gridlock, who's going to be on Carnage. So Carnage, he's looking to make a difference in this matchup so far. All players left alive. Now 1 HP has been taken yet in the gunfight. Take a look at his window, and he's flirting with a peek. Carnage. We see the outline. He has no idea, but a drone calls out 2 players currently in the freezer. Tuffy's going to put one on the board, taking out 1 player on 2-phase, which is going to be filthy on Mozzie.
Oh, that's
with
soft.
the wall bang. He was a foot too far to the right.
Freezer is soft. Why is Freezer soft?
It was pinged just now.
Two-Face, what are you guys doing? No, that is not what you want to be soft. That is so bad. That is so dangerous right now. A quick challenge by the Jaeger of Butters, but he's going to be shut down by Beastly. They're definitely going to need creators now. That's 1 kill. That's $10 on the board as he's trying to continue this reign of terror. Carnage is able to find execration inside of Freezer, but his creators has to try and answer. He's going to get shut down, though, and it's going to be Arbat all the way. Dream. It's all up to 1 man left. He's definitely going to need to dream big here. He's able to clutch up here. As fortifying his creators is going to get another kill. That's going to be $20. Double kill on the round. You got the 2K you were talking about, but still 3 to find. Dream playing up close, and more than likely this is going to get answered out. A quick shot. He finds one. Is he able to find the second? The Legion Mind's going to down him. It's all up to Carnage. He has to try and find an answer. He has Diffuser. He's inside Freezer. He's a 3 armor. The man can hear him. Dream is inside this man's head. He has to commit to this plant. 0-0. That's all he's got to wait for. But he picked up his friend.
No.
He picked up his friend.
No.
He picked up his friend. Dream challenging from new. He is able to win it out. He has to stick it, but the diffuser's going to go down instead. Carnage, plenty of time, full health. Dream, not so much. He has to try and find an answer for this. Carnage is going to be able to just play safe as safe can possibly get. So much health on this 3 armor. He's going to have to try and pre-fire things through. Oh, it's going to be at odds, and it's going to be Carnage to win it out. Quite a bit of damage as well, but it's a headshot nonetheless. His health didn't even matter. It's going to be 1 bullet to the dome, and that's going to be a round for Arbat.
I was so ready for a wish and a dream line, and he got so close.
You knew it was coming, too.
So close.
You knew it was coming, too, if it happened.
You want to know what's clutch?
What's up? That creator's got 2 kills because of goo
And then
mines.
the goo mines.
You know what's funny enough? Did you know this?
What?
Goo mines are the least killed with item in the game.
Oh,
Yes, that stat's from like 8 months ago, but people die more to fall damage and literally everything else than goo mines. It's the least killed with item in the game.
wow. Creators.
Sledgehammer kills happen more often.
Shut up. Are you
Yes,
serious?
yes, it's the lowest killed with utility in the game or weapon. Whatever.
Creators creating a way to show love to whatever. Hey, for all of you out there in the chat, I'm going to watch the VOD once more. The first charity that comes into the chat I'm donating for, go. All right, with that being said, so you know what I was hoping? Actually, when creators died, I was saying in my head, what if his goo mines pick up more kills? And after the first one happened, I was hoping that another one was going to go down. If it did, I would have lost my mind. But Filthy is looking to get into the double digits in kills right now, even though his team are currently down by more than half of their current round score. Our bad on the other end, full team effort. Everybody's going off at any given time. Beastly, Cali, Carnage, it doesn't even matter. All of these players have been a factor this game, and our bad, they're a total unit at the moment. So 2 rounds away from winning this map and the series. Let's see if they can go ahead to the finals to face off against, hey, 2018 Team USA.
Thank you for going in with me on charity. I appreciate it.
Oh, anytime, baby.
That's you know.
Know the difference between USN casters and everyone else? We give.
Oh my God.
I'm playing. we give.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna be a full-on Christmas strat here. Again, as we said before, Christmas is something that's quite dangerous because, I mean, Marcio, can you show them the amount of windows in that room? Can you show them why that room is so dangerous? I would really, really appreciate it. Can you go over to Christmas or piano? Thank you, sir. Look at the amount of windows inside of this room. See how dangerous that is to try and play inside of there. What? Filthy and Creators, not the best place to be. It can work, but if our battle reads into that, plays windows instead, no one's able to really hop outside to answer anything, then it's practically 2 free kills, really. It's very hard to challenge people, especially now with upside-down repels and stuff like that. It just becomes extremely difficult.
And not only that, you're going to have to watch out what's happening over on Red Hatch, because when they go down and hard breach that wall, that's even another angle to look into the piano Christmas area. So you're going to have to be cognizant. You're going to have whatever operators out there to help you out with intel if need be. And it's a really hard place to hold down. But with the exothermic charge currently happening, it's exactly what I was talking about. They jump down Red Hatch with Thermite, able to get that wall down, and yet another angle has been made. But Glitch, currently looking in the freezer, unable to get a sight on anybody, and he's going to go ahead, and Castle's hard work is going to be out of here, and oh, he sees it. He eyes it.
Yeah, he's eyeing it up. Pre-fire's coming out from the Jaeger, and it's Butterswin it out. Heck of a pre-fire, but I really like how our bad is currently playing for picks right now. Slow and steady, taking over map control as they move through, but they're waiting to try and find any opening. Get one of these initial frags, open up the map just a little bit more, but right now they're really finding nothing. Two-Face really not showing face as they're trying to support yellow right now. There's no real path that they can possibly go. They might need to add some aggression to the back end, and that's exactly what Carnage is going to be able to provide.
All right, now underneath a minute, Carnage is just going to let her rep M249 Saul. Putting some work on the back of Butters, and it's going to take the roaming Jaeger out the game. So Two-Face currently down to player, matching up with our bad, who's now down without Zofia. Still have a lot of good operators in use for defense. They have Legion in play, and also Execrate using one of his toxic babes. I believe he's going to have 2 more. But Tuffy, he's going to want to be aggressive. You see it in his eyes. By stepping on the goo mine, it's going to slow him down just for a moment. With the EMP nade going down, Dream is going to catch him in the middle of the throw to down him as Creators gets a headshot right behind him.
Oh, he's going to be able to move up. That was perfect timing. The man ditched White, and Tuffy's going to be able to move up, finds 2 frags. It's all up to Filthy. He's rotating up White. He's all the way downstairs, but it's being held by Tuffy close to the SMG-11. The thing rips in those close engagement. Diffuser goes down. Filthy has to clutch up. Otherwise, this is match point for our bad. Beastly rotating over towards Freezer as Filthy will rotate through Christmas. Sees him on the long angle, able to call it out, but Beastly going to rotate all the way back. Playing the time, intelligent play. That's that veteranism that we love to see, and that's going to be a triple for Tuffy on the round, and our bad making Two-Face look like fools.
Tuffy came out strong, getting the 3K to put another round.
That timing, dude.
It was perfect. The timing was great.
He again, go back and watch this. He starts to motion up White as soon as that man hops window. I don't know if they had intelligence that the man had hopped window. I really don't know.
The man has game sense.
But I mean, dude, that timing right there, that is Siege in a nutshell. Yeah. I swear. The moment that they move that chess piece off of White and choose to get aggressive with him out the window, he's able to move up, and that's literally what won our bad the round. Two-Face had that round in the bag. They're ready to secure it. Didn't end up happening for him.
All right, so going to the second floor, you see Carnage. She was on Blackbeard, but he's going to go ahead and go to our favorite girl, Gridlock, and she's going to team up with Zofia. Let's see if girl power is going to be the name of the game. So go ahead and try to win the very last round to close out the map. Two-Face, on the other hand, still in a similar scenario than what we saw the first series of the day, down to 6. They're going to have to be absolutely perfect. But Tuffy, the 3K, is going to put him up to 10 kills. It's going to be 10-3. Man has been on fire, but Carnage right behind him, 5-7. The rest of the team doing work as well. Like I said, it's a team game, and our bad. They're the better one at the moment. But 20 seconds left to go into preparation phase. We see Dream going in the typical Maestro area, putting down the Evil Eye. Not sure he's gonna set up just yet,
10 seconds left.
but I really want to see Two-Face.
We're gonna have 2 7-2s already, man. We're gonna have 2 7-2s already. That's a
Hey,
Attackers are moving out.
it's rough.
Locate a bomb.
allocate 1 yike to that. It's just again. I hate to say this, but I really expected more out of Two-Face in this. I don't know why
I did
you're going.
too.
I don't know why you're going to allow it to go to Cafe when it's really not the best map for you guys. Really, this should have been an initial ban just by the real showing right now. Our bad's able to capitalize on quite a bit, and really, it's not even that. It's just that Two-Face is making the wrong move, the right moves at the wrong times. You know, if you wanted to get that aggressive on the man repelling, then you needed to do it a lot earlier on, not when it was do or die situation for our bad. Because you know that more than likely they have to get aggressive somewhere. The safest avenue is, can I frag out the guy on white stairs? That's really it. You don't want to challenge those long angles across bar, the guy in freezer. Your best route is challenge white. That's it. And again, that quick adjustment when it was both of them at the same time just spelt disaster for Two-Bad on that. Two-Face on that last round.
With that stomach charge currently going down, we're gonna have an open doorway added into the equation, going straight into Christmas piano area. So underneath a little bit less than 2 minutes. See if Two-Face have a solution to the issue currently being presented to him. A little bit of gunfire coming in as our bad are able to find Bomb A, and Filthy is gonna get a headshot along with his brother Dream. That's gonna be 2 straight for Two-Face. It's the play they needed to make. And kicking a frag grenade is gonna be thrown down on white stairs as Tuffy is going to barely miss yet another player. So, let's see if they're gonna be clutches. Butter's gonna go ahead and heal up his teammates, being a good friend.
Well, Carnage and Kali already fallen, so those tracks not going to be of use this round, as both of them will be sitting the bench. Tuffy now has all of top control, though, and plenty of times that Sledgehammer can do some work on renovating the floor. It appears that they really don't want to do that, actually, as they rotate back across over towards Christmas. Two-Face with a quick answer to start things off. Arbad trying to pick up the pieces now, and again, with that top control, they can do quite a bit. And it seems like A might be the play here, but I don't know if they have the information on that. Creators is going to be on mute. Be pulling away quite a bit of information with those mute jammers, but they have already broken up both Evil Eyes. So really all you have to worry about is defaults, as well as Creators trying to take away any information from you. Glit's going to use all of his breaching charges upstairs to establish angles downstairs into reading. They do have quite a bit of presence everywhere. They do have one set of of the tracks on red. Tuffy motioning downstairs now, though, and Filthy's. Oh my God, Tuffy! What was that? That was incredible. Only 15 seconds. Tuffy's going to have to continue to try and get aggressive. Doesn't see Creators behind Bomb. Be able to shut him down. Basically, he's trying to get the refrag, but it's going to be all Two-Faced all the time on round number 9.
Yo, Filthy is my man, but yo, he got just a matter of milliseconds. Tuffy turned the corner and put him to sleep, bodied that man, but Two-Face. Everybody else picked up the slack, and hey, we're going to bring it back to yet another round. Still match point for our bad, but Two-Face, they want to take it the distance. So going to the kitchen service and also the cooking area. Let's see if they can go ahead and catch some steam while they're up there in the kitchen.
Well, of all the places to pre-fire, he chose right. So
that was so
yeah,
good.
that was a hell of a shot.
And it sucked because Filthy heard the audio cue. He heard the footstep. He turned immediately and he fixated his aim in the right area.
That's the thing, though. A lot of the times in this game, you want to be the person to surprise the other one. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive.
Exactly.
Because a lot of the times, I would say 60-40, the proactive player is the one that wins the gunfight.
The pre-fire won it all.
Yeah.
Pre-fire won it all.
I don't know if they had just preemptive knowledge that he was there, or Tuffy was just like, I've got a hunch, you know?
If he didn't, then
I mean, overall, though, Two-Face finally has some fight in him, man. They were able to battle back early on and shut down 2 initial big, important operators. And again, Arbad had to try and pick up the pieces, and it's very hard to do when you don't have the person that shuts down not only your roam game, or the opponent's roam game, but also the person that carries the EMP so you can use your hard destruction.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's real tough.
When the castle barricade going down, it's not going to mean anything too much in the long run. It's Tuffy and Glitch. They have the utility out there to go ahead and dispose of it rather quickly. So 5 seconds left to begin to the nitty-gritty, the thick of things, and see if our back can go ahead and close this out. But Two-Face, Creators, definitely another player, a different beast in the second half on defense. It seems to suit his play style just, better, so to say. So this is going to be it.
Well, kitchen site now, and we've seen quite a bit of change this in first floor of Cafe. And recent history, since we did just have the update to the map. And if you guys haven't seen the new Cafe, you're in for a treat. This entire mid-floor is such a fun area to play on defense now, but it's kind of a disaster here for the offense, and quite difficult, especially with how Two-Face is playing it. Until Glitch is able to put a bullet in Dream real quick, opens up Bakery, have no presence on new windows either. They do have Butters inside of Red Hall, and this is actually going to be a really good look for Arbad so far. They're more than likely going to be able to Thermite open exactly what they need, which is that prep wall, to be able to establish those long angles for those ACOGs. Cali already going to be able to hold down the rotate into Bakery as well, and Two-Face staring down the barrel of a gun right now on match point.
Bomb located.
All right,
by
with the bomb
attackers.
currently located, site A. You see Carnage throwing out a little bit of track stingers. He's gonna go ahead and hit the top of the doorway. So the run through is not gonna happen. But Cali is able to see a little bit of a head from his defender. It's gonna miss, but the ping is currently going out. So a few wall bangs here and there, not able to connect just yet. And our bad, they're moving in so much closer. Minute and 30 seconds left. Tuffy currently in the prep room. Cali prepping for the attack. This is going to be it.
Sullen steady waiting on that pick right now. Tuffy's trying to bait somebody out. Pre-fire's coming through. Finally hits a shot. It's going to be filthy to fall. Still has a couple to find on site. Frag grenade now allocated. Toxic Babe's coming in as well, as he's going to have to get aggressive towards the actual kitchen. No, someone's over by Bags near the freezer. Tuffy going to hold that angle to try and isolate him out. Ping's still coming through as well. It's going to be the Castle of Creators. He has to try and find an answer for this. Carnage trying to find something as well. Going to hop into some barbed wire. Legion playing close. It's going to be Butters. He's had quite a few challenges already that he's won out, and this is going to be no different as Carnage will fall. And still, it's Two-Face trying to battle back, but Butters will soon fall as well as Diffuser goes down. Creators to answer it though. So it is going to be a little bit of a trade back and forth. Beastly shuts him down. It's all up to Creators. If there's one time for a man to clutch up, it's right now. Match point for Arbad. He's trying to find anything to weigh in on.
Sorry about that. You paused a little bit, and I got a little bit excited. With the diffuser currently down, Creators moving a little bit closer towards it, and Glitch is going to catch him. Our bad winning the very last round to close out the map. The GG's going all around, and our bad, they're going to move forward. Play against ex-Team USA. Nah, they're still Team USA.
No, they're Team USA.
Team USA until they lose.
No. It's until someone is crowned next year.
Exactly.
It's like you get to wear, like, if you ever won like a state championship in high school or anything, you get to wear your ring for that whole year until somebody else gets it.
That's
you
an
know?
MVP. You see Tuffy.
Then it goes in the box.
12-5. Jeez. 12-5. Our bad. Congratulations. That was a great game. I thought Two-Face were going to win that round. They were starting to bring it back. And, hey, it was just unfortunate they fell.
That happened here. All right, let me fix that real quick. I apologize.
Your hair is beautiful.
I was looking ugly for a second. I don't really know what
Sam
happened.
got up, he started shoutcasting, and his bangs fell, so that was that.
It's not a phase, Mom.
So the one thing I do want to say, it was pretty unfortunate because Execration and Creators on Two-Face, the first half wasn't them. It wasn't them. But the second half, they started to pick things up, but it was just too late, man.
It might be the fact that they're trying to get things figured out with Creators. He is brand new to the roster,
You're right.
and he did have some moments of light shine through, but overall it was more or less darkness for Two-Faces. They really couldn't find the answer to anything that was trying to go on. As again, that shot by Cali, incredible. Is again, that's how you handle a Monsang. It worked out extremely well. Put him in the back of your mind until you hear that shield slide. If it doesn't slide, they're just getting free information. You don't have to worry about him too much. So you have a Nitro Cell to try and answer things. But there was a couple of rounds where Two-Face was finally able to take over, and it was off those initial frags. And once it seemed like if they got those initial frags and they were large enough, then they would just win. They'd get, like, if they had a round where they had the 2 initial frags, Arbad really wasn't able to battle back. The only round that Arbad was able to do that was right there with Tuffy on that last frag. But overall, very good showing by Arbad, really proving that they can play Cafe, but I can tell you who they're not going to take to Cafe.
They're not going to be Rogue.
It's not going to be Rogue.
Aren't they undefeated on
yes.
Cafe?
You don't. The only time that they've ever lost Cafe ever in a professional setting is with Ranger in.
Okay.
They've lost it one time and Ranger was subbing.
Listen, Ranger wasn't trying, man. Don't throw me.
Dude, and it was on Old Cafe. They're undefeated on New Cafe.
Old Cafe? Okay.
Yeah. So technically speaking, if you don't count the Ranger loss, they're 18-0 on this map.
Jeez.
That's a feat in Siege, man.
What are the chances our bad takes it?
That's ban first. That's
We
first.
saw
That's
that
first
in
ban.
Valencia.
You don't.
We
You
saw
don't.
that
let
in
through.
Valencia, though.
Yeah, that's pro teams, man. Look, if I'm on our bad, there's no way in hell we're going to that map. That's a first ban. Like if I'm coach, I'm done. Like, nope, man, we're not playing that. It's not happening. I'm telling you right now.
One thing I noticed in this matchup, there weren't a lot of clutches, man. There weren't a lot of clutches at all. It seemed like whatever team struck first.
It was a snowball fest.
Exactly. They steamrolled throughout the entire round. And Two-Face, remember they were up in the beginning. They won the round. So they're going to have to work on, those plan Bs, working together, getting that first pick, and that being the victim of the first blood. Our bad on the other end, they were great. Tuffy, amazing. Beastly did his job. Cali had his moments, but Glitch to me was a standout player.
Well, we'll have to see what the MVPs are. I guess I'll go first this time, right?
You go first.
That's how this goes. We go back and forth. I'll go first. So, all right, guys. My MVP for the match is none other than Tuffy.
Ooh.
I think you guys can see why. Tuffy was truly incredible throughout this entire matchup and really able to find what our bad needed to win this match. A lot of the times, when they're down, he battles back. He finds the frags that are needed. And he's not even doing it on like a highly played frag. He's doing it on Sledge, man, which is great. Great soft destruction, has frag grenades, and he's playing it to a T.
Yeah, my MVP pick is going to be obvious. It's going to be that man Glitch. Once Glitch chose Maestro with the Milo skin, he never looked back. He was able to pick off 2Ks, 3Ks earlier on in the map to set the tone and the pace for the game. Once he was an absolute factor and solidified himself as a threat to Two-Face, they had no answer. There's nothing they could do. He was winning every gunfight. And it's easy to do it when you have the Auto 556 in your hand. So Glitch is going to be mine. And
I respect it.
yeah, pretty much. Actually, the whole team to me, to be honest. Pointing out one player I feel like is unfair in a game like that because Cali had his moments. Tuffy was a beast.
Yeah.
Tuffy was a beast.
That's why it was my MVP, man. Like, I know that we always love to talk about how, utility's the first thing.
Yeah.
Frags aren't that important, blah, 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 blah. But impact frags are very important, and that's what Tuffy was able to find most of the time.
Yeah, so shout out to Two-Face once again. They're not strangers to USN. We've seen them here, I believe, 2 to 3 times.
I think it's twice.
We're going to see him again.
Yeah.
Execrations, I know he's a beast. Creators, that's my dude. Taking a look at the stats, Filthy was doing his thing, but also at the same time, hey, you're gonna have to win the game. So shout out to them. I know they're gonna be better. I know they're gonna come back stronger, and I'm hoping that they make it far next time they go. We've seen a lot of these faces before, and they're all tired of losing. They want to make the finals.
Yeah, again, there's a land spot on the line for a lot of these younger teams, whereas really the only other lands you can go to is, hey, we won through BYOC at DreamHack, or we're in Pro League.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so with that being said, we have an interview coming up. I'm not sure if it's absolutely ready yet. It's getting ready as we speak. But yeah, Two-Face, they're smart. They're gonna come back better. I know that for a fact. And take a look at the total team stats. The kills, there were 8 off. Our bad, obviously on top. The opening kills was pretty much tied. There's only one clutch in the game, just one.
Yeah. Again, it was more of a snowball game. If you're able to get the opening frags, then you win. There's no real clutch potential. We only saw one clutch, as you said, the entire time. But there is one team that planted a whole hell of a lot more than the other. Our bad. Objective play wins games. Objective play wins games.
Yep. So this team is gonna have to go against Rogue next. That's a tall task.
I think Rogue is getting through this time.
You think so?
I think this is Rogue's time.
Our bad looked really good.
Yeah, our bad did look really good. But Rogue is coming off hot, man. They just want to land. They're on cloud 9 right now, not the roster, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think this is their time. I really do.
I feel like I don't want to jinx it, man. Like, we've seen an upset curse happen, the USN curse, and we all know who Rogue is gonna be. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I'm unable to interview any beautiful humans on Our Bad. Hopefully, we could get them after the finals if they win. But coming up next, we're gonna have Our Bad facing off against Team USA 2018. It's gonna be Rogue coming right up after this short break.